So come on in, take a sip, and let's wind down. My name is Christopher, and I'm here with my darling bride, Shotzi. And as always, we're delighted that you're here as we discover meaningful ways to solve the New York Times crossword together. And if you're looking for crosswordland, you're not in the wrong place. I'm the substitute today, so everything's good. He'll be back when he gets back. Otherwise, it's me. It's not that bad, though. Today is the 80th day of the Gregorian calendar in the year of the fire horse, with 285 days remaining in 2026. And makes me very happy to say that we are winding down today with a Puccini Rosso Toscana. And this is one of my absolute favorites. I love the artwork on the label. It is just fabulous. That orange and the black with the embossed foil, just beautiful stuff. So yeah, I highly recommend. And since I had 4 double espressos today, I need it. So, jumping into our crossword time machine real quick. This is where we look at the things in history that happened on this day that could very well slip into a stinker of a Friday or a Saturday puzzle. Napoleonic Code is adopted in France, stressing clearly written and accessible law on this day in 1804. What an idea. Just what an idea. Actually understanding what you're reading when you're reading the law. It sounds awesome to me. Journalist Henry Morton Stanley begins his famous expedition to Africa on this day in 1871. And this was sent in by SilentEevee, one of our community members. Very active too. The crossword panic of 1944 was a World War II security scare. I'm not kidding here. Where secret D-Day code names were used, like Utah, Omaha, Mulberry, Overlord, Neptune, and they all appeared in the Daily Telegraph cryptic crossword. I mean, it got investigated by MI5 and everything. I mean, it's just crazy. It turns out it was a quinky dink, but still very interesting.
There are no coincidences.
There are no coincidences.
There was something up.
This is the way.
This is the way.
The European Space Agency reveals new data indicating that the universe is 13.82 billion years old on this day in 2013. So there we have it. Things to keep in the back of our mind so that we can maintain top of mind awareness. You can be in 2 places at once, apparently, especially synapses. So that's how we do that. But we've got a Saturday, March 21st construction by Boaz Mosher, edited by Will Shortz. So this is going to be fantastic. The wordplay crossword column is titled Gadzooks. And it says Boaz Mosher presents a lofty, themeless challenge. And we like challenge, so let's hop into it and see what we've got going here. All right, so parts of a story structure. Well, we got a question mark. So
like
I'm not looking for
a building that's multiple stories.
Something like that is what I'm thinking. I'm not thinking it's a character arc or, backstory or something along those lines, right? It's something 6 letters. Who knows? Parts of a story structure. Block housing. Can't get Legos in there. So, lead into go.
On your mark.
Yeah, I mean, maybe get set with this G. Do you have any help there? Block housing. G. Oh, how about an igloo? Try igloos. And then that could be that parts of the story structure could be
I-beam?
Yeah, I-beams. I was trying
and we were just talking about I-beams because we were watching The Brutalist.
We were talking about
and we were talking about them building and all the men sitting on the I-beam having their lunch.
Yeah, if you've never seen that photograph from way back when, with all of these people just hanging out,
Empire State Building,
hanging
or
out
something
over hundreds and hundreds of feet
but
above the ground, just having lunch, sitting on an I-beam. Curls my toes with my sit. Ask, and it shall be given you. one of my favorite lines. Encounter could be to meet. Okay, so and go way off, maybe to stray, and that's telling me we got get set going there at 14 across. So we can see that's about get set, go. And let's see now. A classic poem whose sole surviving manuscript is kept in the British Library. Is this a U? On the blank, not friendly. How about the outs? And that tells me go with my gut. The Beowulf, one of my absolute favorites. I borrow from it all the time. I'm always talking about my word hoard. I never talk about my personal lexicon or anything like that. Right? Just my vocabulary. No, I talk about my word hoard, straight from Beowulf, and so forth. So maybe etc. Gym amenity is a locker. I don't really think I've ever considered a locker an amenity, but sure, etc. I'm not saying it's not an amenity. I've just never considered it an amenity. It's kind of like, I don't know.
You feel like it's a given.
It should be a given, yeah. It's not nice to walk in this. What do you think? Maybe sleep? Walk in your sleep? Walk in this? Is this, though? It's not nice
really
to walk
like
in
that
this.
clue.
Yeah, I don't think that really fits. Visionary people, though, could be seers. Well, we got a pretty challenging little grid here today is what we've got. It's not a joke here, Boaz Moser. Short-term workers. Athletic activity spun off from parkour, and that would be free running. I used to play around with that when I was in the Army. I liked it, just running and jumping and climbing things. It was just always fun. Things that are tough, but none of the crazy stuff like running up walls. I mean, yeah, some of it. Things that are tough on the outside and doughy on the inside. Okay. Impulsive as a decision. Well, we've got the room for split second. And short-term workers could be temps, so I guess it's not nice to walk in sleet. Yeah, I mean, that's technically true.
Okay, well, I like that better than sleep.
Yeah, but it's not, boy, that really could have been pretty clever, though. Sleep walking, it's not nice. But see, it's not necessarily bad to walk in your sleep either, unless I'm doing it. But sleet is not nice.
And you
to
can't
walk
really
in.
say walking in your sleep is nice or not nice.
Right.
It's just what it is.
Exactly. And then, not only that, but on my first deployment to Iraq, it sleeted. It was like January, it started sleeting. And walking on the sand in sleet, that was a crunchy experience. It was really interesting. So, things that are tough on the outside and doughy on the inside, maybe like an armored cars or something. They've been played
like an armored truck where they run.
That's
the money.
That's what I'm thinking.
The dough.
Yeah, doughy on the inside. Yeah, I mean, it'd be clever. And they've been played. If that's an O, that could be rolls. That would be good too. So let's see. Word with corn or cough. Maybe syrup. Yeah, scuffle. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I think we got split second. I mean, why not?
Good job, baby.
If we don't, you know what we can do? We can hit the back button, right?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, let's see. I think we might have an armored something here. And things that are tough on the outside. So maybe armored cars. And but I do think of them armored trucks, though.
Yeah, I don't think of cars carrying dough, but
no, I don't know.
I didn't make the grid, so.
One with a bridle, or one who's not bridal. Okay, get it. Groom, got it. All right. Takes me a second. Sculptor Jeff, known for his steel balloon animals, and this is Jeff Koons. I would think that he's more well known for his photographic series of himself with his wife Cicciolina.
No, I think the metal
Have a nosh.
Balloons are pretty popular.
It's just me. It's just me. Game with shooters. I don't know. What do we got here? Breach. Looks like we got security written on there. See that URI blank Y? So, we're all just pattern-seeking mammals, right? I mean, that's really what it boils down to.
Don't look that up, by the way.
Don't look up Cicciolina and Jeff Koons. We have the book, though. He published a book of these photographs.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably in storage in Dallas.
Probably. It's not here. Breach. Security leak, maybe? I mean, it could be a security leak. I don't know. Cavalry member in Russia historically. We just had our Cossack of St. Francis when it was snowing. Yeah. The statue of him out there, it just kept growing. These
all
hats.
around
Oh, so
here
funny.
and then in his head. He's so cute when he looks like that.
Yeah, he does. I mean, it's like he's got a new do, right? So we can put in a Cossack here for our Russian cavalry.
Do you have a picture so you could post it?
Yeah, I think we could find the Cossack St. Francis and throw him up. Grabbing grape juice brand. Is that maybe high C? I don't know what else it could be. Blank C. I don't know. I'm not gonna mess with that. I don't know anything about juice. Don't drink it. I don't know. Not going anywhere. Is this an S? Reserved. Maybe. I don't know. I think this is static though. Very busy with up. Could be tied up. I just want not going anywhere to be static, right? Opposite of dynamic. And that's kind of what I like. Though it is kind of confusing if you want to tie static to the term stat for hurry. Wait a minute, I'm not going anywhere, I'm static. That would be bad. Not accepting, perhaps. Hawaii Senator Mazie. Oh, I'm not even going to try. I'm familiar, but not with the spelling. Debate, got an A. We got 5 letters. How about argue? Mountain said to house Hephaestus forges, so maybe Etna. I'm not sure on that either. That's where my guess is going. Put up your dukes. Okay.
Maybe a knuckle sandwich.
Accepted defeat in modern parlance. I don't know. And so not accepting defeat in modern parlance, perhaps? No, I think this might be old parlance. I think it's going to be in denial. And we're not talking about a river in Egypt. No. So is this high C? Did I guess that maybe right? Accepted defeat in modern parlance. That could be took the L. So yeah, well, why not? Digital provocateur. So I'm thinking this would probably be a troll. That would make a scuffle a set to. So we've got a troll here, and that NET in front of the troll tells me internet. Yeah, this is one of those that I'm looking for patterns because I don't know what the answer is otherwise. I mean, it's a pretty crazy.
You can probably finish out that bottom corner though.
Oh, no, I'm just here to drive you nuts. I'm going to wait. No, you're right. Titular Dr. Seuss character could be the Lorax. And Amazon affiliate on TV. Okay. Let's see. It's probably, what was her name? Xena, the warrior princess, the Amazon, right? It's probably a play on that, but there wasn't a question mark. Hirono. Okay, so I know that I was absolutely butchering that a while ago. So a reserve could be shy, and Gadzooks could be you gods. So, all right, now let's just go full circle in a counterclockwise pattern. Simon didn't say. You're out. Blanched. Paled? I don't know. Heavy. Join arms. Could be resist. I don't know. Twee. So if this is paled, heavy, join arms, twee.
TWEE.
Yeah, so this is, if this is Xena, I think it might be, because twee could be dainty is where I was kind of going. And I just don't know. We don't want a 0 in there. Okay, so actor Marsala. Is it Ali? So join arms could be to enlist. All right, and so
That's a good clue.
it looks like it could be paled, but heavy. Maybe leaden, shabby. Shelter could be a shanty. Love you. Oh, how about a mwah? Mwah. Makeup exam, DNA test. Nice. All right. This is a good one. Yeah, I'm telling you, girl. I'm liking this one. So, yeah, I think this is probably leaden. Stuck under a blanket, perhaps. Maybe snowed in. And then paled, blanched. Makes sense. So far, it does, kind of. Are you with me on this one, Shotzi, or am I getting ahead of the skis here?
Well, I'm with you. I'm just going back and looking at the answers.
If you wait,
I got
with
distracted
me.
looking at the answers. And then I read again. Just reading them.
I think craps might be game with shooters.
Probably.
And a valuable commodity in Dune. Chuck Slangley could be Yeats.
Spice.
So maybe spice is a valuable commodity. I know I have to see it. I know I have to see it.
Yeah, we need to watch it.
I have not seen it.
I haven't seen
The old one or the new one?
I haven't seen any.
We don't have a lot of
Not
time.
enough time.
What there's no accounting for in a saying. There's no accounting for taste, that's for sure. Flavor profile for many a Chinese dish. Yeah, sweet and sour. Words before a teaser to the following episode. Next time on The Fall Guy. Something like that. Chill could be lax. Case managers. No more for me. Okay. We'll try next time. I mean, you have to get something in here to guess that, do something with. Chill could be lax, so that would be good. So then case managers, do we have maybe sleuths here? Sleuths? It's a hard one for me to say
Pretty
too.
good clue. That's a clever clue.
It is very clever. Creatures that attack Isengard in fantasy, and this would be Ents. So, notable city in civil rights history, Selma, Alabama. So no more for me. Maybe I won out. Total case man. Yeah, I think we've got sleuths here.
I think you do. I really like that.
I do too. And total could be utter. Utter. It's utter rot. Really. Stink. Well, we don't have an odor. But we could be reeking. Let's see. Big cuts. Maybe steaks. I made corned beef today and it was yummy. Yummy, yummy. Brady Bunch.
It's delicious.
Brady Bunch.
We were behind on our St. Patrick's Day meal.
Oh, we had our corned beef and cabbage. Brady Bunch. Brady. Word with paper or humor. So maybe toilet paper, toilet humor. Brady Bunch. Let's see. Breezed along. So we got one out. And we've got maybe hummed along. So breezed, hummed, Brady. TDs. Touchdowns. Tom Brady. All right.
Oh, yeah.
How do we do, Bob? Oh, thank goodness.
That
Now,
was a pretty good clue, too.
this was
There
a
were a few clever clues in there.
It was a really nice grid. Boaz Moser. Wow. Well done. Bravo. there's a lot of great stuff in here, but some of them were just beyond clever. I really liked I Won Out. I really liked TDs. Set 2, boy, you talk about something that I haven't seen in a grid since the last time I saw it, and it could have been a year ago, I don't remember, but it feels like something I would have seen in the 1990s along with Oleo Oleo. OLEO versus OLIO. Those were the big things back in the day. Impulsive. Some of them had just kind of spelled themselves out for me. Like the armored cars kind of eventually made themselves make sense. Split Second just made perfect sense. I knew that there was only one surviving copy of Beowulf, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there are other works from, I say, Omar Khayyam or something, that they've only got one copy. So I wasn't sure, but I didn't know if it was in a British library or not either. But once we had, I think, a B or whatever, and I confirmed the U from, on the house, I think we knew we had that. Free Running fell in there pretty well. I do think that Sleep would be great with a walking clue. It's just, it would have to line up better than this one. And clearly this was about sleet. So this is not a dig, just saying in the future, note to self, if you got to sleep, something really clever with sleep would be nice, So if you're ever solving one of my grids and you get to something about, something kind of crazy about walking, then just put sleep in, there you go. I'm right there. I gave you the hint. Took the L was fantastic, by the way. Hieronym. Yeah, there's no way in heaven. And ye gods.
I would have never gotten that.
I mean, this is stuff that I think I read in a P.G. Wodehouse book or something, right? A long time ago, like at 12. So really good. I mean, I love it, is what I'm saying. I love that. Absolutely love it. I think that's really cool when we're bringing things in that I'm really having to think about. And that's why we kind of go through some funky words of the day, and which we'll get to shortly. So, all right, that said, let's go ahead and bring down our community toast and our word of the day, and we'll get that knocked out. Our word of the day is desiderium, a feeling of loss or grief for something lost. And just in case you were happy, having done that big crossword, you can bring us back down to earth here for a minute with our word of the day. But jumping into our community toast, just a couple of notes, kind of combined on this, right? And so Fatboy98765 brought up the fact that maybe the constructors are trying to tell us that with all the odor and stink going on, right? That we as a planet need to get our act together. And I think I would absolutely 100% agree. There is a lot of awful stuff going on right now, and it's just not any kind of bueno. The 11:54 solve time, though, for a Friday was fabulous, and 974 streak. I mean, we're all just rooting for you. And it's the same with SilentEevee, right? His streak is growing again. I mean, it would have been much larger had he not, lost it due to an app configuration issue. And SilentEevee brought up dinosaur being one of those words he's not too crazy about, because, it's generally speaking, it's a term used for older people. And, I think the puzzle is trying to use it as like more of a Luddite, someone who just doesn't like technology or something like that, or like when you go visit your grandparents and all they want you to do is fix their VCR or something, like you still have a VCR, I mean, that kind of thing, or help them with their iPhone or whatever.
That would be me.
Yeah. So
I just feel like I can't be bothered. I mean, and I don't have to, because I have you, baby.
I can be bothered. That's the whole point. That's my job. That's my role. That's what I'm here for.
You're my hero.
So, but it brings up something really clever that me and Shotzi were just talking about, though, on the dinosaur piece. We often say, perhaps I say it more often because I'm usually the one running my mouth, but it's, I've always looked up to older people as much as I look up, and I do look up to younger people. I think of my elders and my juniors the same. You know, everybody's got something to offer. You know, I listen to new releases, and then those new releases I like get thrown into my like stuff, and they wind up in there with everything from the 60s to now. Some stuff from the 20s and 30s. I mean, I like everything except bluegrass and the blues. But yeah, I would agree. You know, I've been that 20-year-old art director in an agency where the 50-year-old production artist did not like me at all because I was too young, yet I still had good ideas. And, you know, I wasn't even a terrible leader. Somebody would say I'm a good one. So yeah, I'm completely in agreement with you there. So respect for young and old regardless. And I want to say kudos big time because you're doing print edition crosswords. My friend Brendan, he's a setter. In the UK, they're known as setters versus constructors, but he's a super famous setter for the Guardian cryptic crossword and the independent cryptics. And he sent me some print edition crossword books, and so did my Mutti and Fati. And so I've got those on backup. They always fly with me in case for some reason my app doesn't work on the plane. And so I'm with you on that. There's nothing like pencil and eraser and all that good stuff.
It's good for your cognitive,
It
like
really
your
is.
brain.
When you're writing.
Yeah, it's good for you.
To write, exactly. And so the LA Times, if I can find a way around it, I'm not having much luck with what is the one we use? Which VPN do we use? NordVPN. Not having much luck with it. So I'm gonna do some Googling, I guess, and see what I can do, because I would like to do that crossword and do it in a format, in a portrait format, perhaps, right? Maybe kind of do some new stuff, like once or twice a week, something like that. Do something a little bit different, a little bit faster, perhaps. So if I can get around the geo blocks, that is absolutely coming up. And then here I'll just show you St. Francis as a Cossack, because it is kind of funny. When it snows here, he becomes a Russian cavalryman. So good stuff. Hope I don't forget that I said that, and then we're just sitting and doing nothing for that period of time.
I better start looking for the picture right now.
So it was in a video.
Oh, we're gonna forget.
So let's go ahead and bring down our Benny Yerdadzu, and we'll call it good for the day. And so, as always, thank you all so very much. Like, subscribe if you don't mind. I would really appreciate that very much. And if you have something to say, say it. Just put it in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Love to hear from you all the time. So until we see you tomorrow for that ginormous Sunday grid, auf Wiedersehen, au revoir, arrivederci, que tengas un lindo días, masalamati, annyeonghaseyo, hengaplai to our friends in Gujarat, Kemcho, and to our friends, Mickey and everybody in the gang over in Japan, sayonara. Be well out there, and we will see you on tomorrow. Until then, please be nice to people with those thick foreign accents, and call your mother. Be well.